Hello, beautiful creative people. This is Kiala Givehand of Giving Hands Creative, and I'm here for the very first 2014 Hump Day How-To. And this is a series of tutorials that I'll be doing on Wednesdays, and I'll post it on my blog, and of course on YouTube when it's a video. Sometimes it won't be a video, sometimes it will be just a photo tutorial, step by step. But I wanted the first one to be a video just so you can sort of hear me talk a little bit about the Hump Day How-To. So I got a lot of questions this year through the Book in a Day process, and I thought, oh, it'd be fun to do just some tutorials. So some of the tutorials will be mixed media related and others will be book art related. And then who knows, there's what, 52 weeks in the year? Who knows what I'll end up doing. But this very first one, I want to do a quick tutorial. I'm going to try to keep them short when they're videos. I want to do a quick tutorial and talk about how to make your own high flow acrylic paints. So the new big buzzword, big thing, big product that's out now is the golden high flow acrylics. And of course, you're not going to be able to truly recreate this, but you can get something very similar. I was in Blick, my local Blick store, and I talked to a guy there who happens to be an airbrush artist, and I was standing there looking at the high flow acrylics, and he said, you know, ma'am, can I help you? And I said, well, I'm debating about these high flow acrylics and whether or not I should, you know, jump into this and start using these. He's like, oh, they're great, they're wonderful, I use them all the time, I'm an airbrush artist. He says they just came out, but I've been using the golden airbrush, just the transparent airbrush colors that they have. And so he showed me this product, and I bought this product a while ago, and I rarely use it. I think I've maybe used it once or twice. But he told me that the high flow are replacing the airbrush. And he said, so basically you could create a similar sort of effect with high flow of the high flow acrylics using an airbrush medium. So he showed me this product by Golden. He says he thinks that they're going to be discontinuing this since they're discontinuing the airbrush colors, but as long as it's still available, I should go ahead and just give it a try. So I agreed. I bought some airbrush medium, and I already have some, you know, golden fluid acrylics. I have several colors of that. And it basically tells you on the front of this, it's designed to modify golden fluid acrylics for airbrush use, which means it's designed to make it this liquidy sort of consistency that you get with the high flow as well. So he talked to me, showed me on the back, he said, you know, they tell you to do, mix it 1-to-1 with golden fluid acrylics and use at a higher level to thin other golden products. So he said you could even use the next level up. I thought I'd give it a try. So just so you know, I've already done several and played around with them. This is actually a craft paint. This one is using and this one I've played around with a lot. It's almost empty. This is the ultramarine violet and the airbrush medium together. And then I even gave it a try in one of the empty Montana acrylic empty markers that are refillable, and it has that little ball inside that, you know, shakes and keeps everything pretty separated. So I don't know if you can see how liquidy that is. So it basically works like a paint marker. So I thought I'd just do a quick little how-to, and I have another larger Montana refillable marker. And I thought I would just do a quick little demo. So what you need is the airbrush medium. And he did also talk to me about Liquitex has a product called Flow Aid. He said it's a little bit different because you have to add water to Flow Aid. With this, you don't have to add water. So, but you do need the airbrush medium. You need some sort of bottle that has a nozzle tip or a needle tip on it. And then you need some paints. Right? Either a craft paint or an acrylic paint or one of the golden fluid acrylics. So I'm going to use one of the fluid acrylics just because I have them readily available. And I think, let's see, why don't I try the cobalt turquoise? I'm going to move these to the side. And so the basic idea is that you're just going to unscrew your bottle, and you're going to put in Now the idea is that it's 1-to-1, and of course I'm not going to measure. I'm going to eyeball it. So I'm going to put in a good bit of acrylic, or the Airbrush Medium, and I'm going to follow that with several drops of the Cobalt Turquoise. Then I'm just going to cap it back up and give it a vigorous, shake it a lot. I don't know why I can't say vigorous, yeah, you know the word I'm looking for. Shake it a lot. Shake it. Oh, I love this color so much. It's not the same as the Cobalt Teal, but it's darn close and beautiful. Okay. So, now that I have that, let's just do a quick little demo. Let's take the actual high flow acrylic in the sap green, and let's just do a, alright, you can see how that just literally flows down the page, which I adore. It's great. You can do so much with that. Right. So it basically has the consistency of an ink, but when it dries, it has the consistency of paint, right? It has that acrylic effect. And I love this sap green hue. It's such a beautiful color. Okay, so you see how that high flow can work. How beautiful that is. Okay. So then I'm going to take another separate sheet of paper. If I can find another sheet. In my little scrap drawer here. And I'm going to use my, so this is a new bottle, haven't used it before, so I'm gonna need to cut the tip off. Alright, there we go. And then same thing. See, now you have a flowy Cobalt Teal. Oh, I love this color. It's beautiful. Right, and it does that same flowy, has that same flowy consistency. And then you can, the same, just move it around on the paper the way you might move around like a liquid acrylic. So I thought it might just be fun today to show you how I am making my own high flow acrylics until I of course break down and start to buy them. Which I probably will eventually do. Who knows? But for now, I have this Airbrush Medium, I have the Golden Fluid acrylics, I have a bunch of other paints, and I have the empty bottles. So why not just make my own? I hope that you'll give it a try. You put it in a marker. You know, it works like a paint marker. Once you put it in, then you can write with it, doodle with it. It's like a paint marker, so you have to, you know, get it to flow out of the pen the same way you would a paint marker. But once it's out, right, it then writes like a, my tip is still very dry. I think I have to do something to saturate that. There we go. Get it flowing. So once you have it saturated, the tip, then it will flow like a actual paint pen. Alright. So this has been Kiala Givehand with the Hump Day how-to the very first one for 2014, showing you how to make your very own high flow acrylic paints. I look forward to seeing what you create. Go out and create something beautiful this week.